Hello and welcome back to this Trails in the Sky, the third chapter with me, SLJ RPG. In the last episode, we met Calvin upon a huge sky airship at a masquerade ball where he was trying to repatriate. Is that the wrong word? It might be the wrong word. Basically, recover an artifact owned by Conrad, a member of the Rhinefall Company, and he successfully done so, but he was not the only person there. We saw a masked figure that looked rather scary, but we did manage to arrest the man. So, without any further ado, I think we get in and see what the fuck Kelvin's been up to. Anyway, congratulations on completing your operation, sir. My thoughts exactly. They seem to be rather easy one for you in the end, too. Compared to what they usually like, it was. If I'd had a bit more time, I would have enjoyed some private time with a real gem of a woman too, but I'll have to settle for crying myself to sleep tonight. Not this again. Unless you want another earful from the commander, you might want to start taking your work more seriously. I know, lighten up, yeah. I swear I'll never get how hard-headed types always end up assigned to a slacker like me. This may come as a shock, but you are a Dominion, you know. We can't very well have you acting alone without any form of backup. As long as you're here, this ship is under your command. Then, slacker or not, we're here too. Even though you've got less squires in your service than you should have, maybe you should take this chance to gather up a few more. I think I'm gonna have to pass. Think it'll make it even harder for me to work on my own. I thought you'd say that. We'd prefer it if you would actually trust us to help you a little bit more, sir. I mean, we could do that salt pail operation. Was transport the thing? I mean, all we could do in that salt pail operation was to transport the thing. You say it as if transporting isn't a huge responsibility in of itself. After all, the last thing we wanted was him catching wind of it and becoming wary of us. Is something wrong? Oh, not a thing. Anyways, as per the original plan, we need to get ourselves back to Eritrea ASAP. We should be able to reach there by tomorrow, or today now, I guess. Got it. Order's not well. Where's it from? Eritrea, apparently. It's a call from Commander Cellmate. Oh, you're kidding me. Getting a call from her right after a mission is always a bad sign. Let's get this over with. Put her through. Alright. A new character. Evening, Commander. It sounds like you did well. Fill me in on the details. Basically went off without an issue. The artifact was the fool's locket. There were signs of society involvement, but it looks like they cut any ties with him long ago. I see, as I thought then. Good work all round, so you deserve a well-earned rest, but unfortunately I can't grant you one right now. And here we go. Is something the matter? Oh, I'm just dandy. Please continue. Well then, as much as I'd hate to spring this on you immediately after finishing one mission, I've got something I'd like you to do for me. Regarding a heretic, I assume? Not this time. All I want you to do is pick something up. The object in question is currently being held underneath Grancel Cathedral. Grancel? Do you think the object may be somehow related to the aerial? It's a distinct possibility. Can I count on you to handle this? Alright. That said, we've already got one artifact on the ship that needs transporting back, so I'll let the crew take that to Eritrea. I'll handle going to Liberl on my own. That's fine with me. Oh, incidentally, you won't actually be alone. I've dispatched a rookie squire to aid you. They'll be serving you from now on, so do pay nice, won't you? Wait a minute, just wait 1 minute. You can't just spring a rookie on me out of nowhere like this. Meetings ordained by the goddess always come suddenly and unannounced. Don't worry though, they won't be a burden. The abilities demonstrated during training were truly something special. I will be praying for your success. The church is weird in this world. It's like a big, weird organization. Anyway, well, congratulations on the new recruit. You were saying you could always do with more squires serving you. I was so not down, I can't believe this. She never changes, I swear. Of all the people reading that book, had any idea what the hellion she is in real life? Oh, Carnella? I always wondered whether or not publishing was a really good idea, to be honest. It's a complete advertisement saying we exist to the world. If anything, I'd say the book that while just serves to make people less likely to believe we really exist. Then the heroine died in it, which obviously is a big fat lie. If she'd ever met her, she'll be the kind of woman who'd probably take a bullet to the head and ask for a cigarette first thing. I think we should refrain from commenting. Anyways, you guys heard her. I'm gonna be taking everything else relating to our mission to you guys, okay? Just following the money trail. There still might be hidden accounts we don't know about. Understood, sir. What will you be doing from here? You need to return to our tree, obviously, but we can drop you off somewhere. If you can put me down in any old state we pass through on the way there, preferably near a town that has international flights going out of it, I guess. Got it. Looks like the sun started coming up. And here we go. So we're heading back to Liberl for this game. Prologue, the Grilsritter. We of course know the Grilsritters are like priest knights, of which Kevin is one. And Carnella was in the book Same Day Afternoon, in the skies of Midwestern Zemuria, roughly 500 sel from Liberl. Isn't Zemuria a Tales game? Of course Dorothy is here. As are the Sky Bandits, no?
Alright, they got out of sight now. Wonder if they're busy migrating. It looks like they can't keep up with this ship though. Guess not every bird is as fast as Siege. But they were just the cutest.
Well, look who it is.
Oh, I know you.
It really is you. Long time no see, Dorothy. I wasn't expecting to run anywhere here. Funny coincidence, huh?
It really is. It's good to see you again, too, Father...
You don't remember my name, do you?
Don't be silly, of course I do. It's... Oh, I remember. It's Onion Graham.
Of course. How lucky am I to be named after such a multi-purpose plant? It's not even my name, Dorothy. You really did forget, didn't you? And yet, somehow you managed to remember my last name like it was nothing.
I was just being silly. A couple of days ago I had this amazing onion hot pot over in the eastern quarter of Calvert, and I've still got onions on the brain. I can't believe a hot pot with just onions in it could taste that good, but I swear it did. It was so comforting and sweet. That's how I ended up saying onion instead of your name.
Whatever. So if you insist you haven't forgotten, what is my name then?
I do insist. I'll never forget. It's lovely to see you, Jasmine.
But of course, how lucky am I to be named after such a fragrant plant. That might not be my actual name this time. It's a woman's name. Yeah, fuck it. Non-binary. If you want to be a man and call Jasmine, fuck it. Be Jazz. Anyway.
Oh, I see. So you're here to carry up the follow-up of investigation on all that trouble that happened earlier in the year.
That's about the gist, yeah. Come to think of it, how'd you end up on an international liner like this? You said you were in Eastern Quarter, right? Were you there to write about it for Liberl News?
Yep. Now actually let me go on my own this time.
Well, that's daring of him. I'm sure I'd want to let you handle traveling abroad to abroad alone. Then again, it's only by taking on positions of responsibility that people can grow properly.
Oh, I've been doing plenty of that. I mean, I wasn't sure what I'd do when I ended up in Calvert instead of Bowes Market, but I managed just fine.
Wait a second. Now I told you to go to Bowes, not Calvert?
You sure did. Then I got in the airship, fell asleep, and before I knew it, I was chilling out in Calvert. Weird, huh?
It seems like you got on the wrong airship to me. Let my brain catch up. So you were in the Republic for literally days when you weren't even supposed to be there at all? Do you even have enough money to manage? Or any else? A passport?
Well, fortunately, there was someone from Libyan Embassy at the airport who could issue a temporary passport, so that was okay. And tons of people were really nice and helped me while I was there. So all I had to do, I had all the dough a girl could ask for.
I don't even know where to start. Now I must be worried sick about you, huh?
You think? You didn't sound so hot when I called yesterday, so I said I'd be coming back to the office today. I keep telling him that all the smoking is bad for him, but he never listens.
I don't think I can pin the crime on tobacco this time, see.
Thank you all for taking the journey aboard the Gretner today. We'll be arriving at our terminal city in Grancel in roughly 30 minutes. We ask you to take this chance to take out all your belongings with you and to return to your seats before we land. Until then, please enjoy the remainder of your flight.
Sounds like we're almost there. I'm gonna have a walk around the ship to kill some time for the last hour. How about you?
I'm not sure. Suppose I might go out and get to snap some more photos, so that like often I get to take an international liner like this.
Sounds like a plan. See you later then.
Later.
So Dorothy is back with us. Have we got anything interesting? No? Okay. Check if I've got anything missing. So, I'm guessing there's something I'm gonna need to do and find stuff. There's usually a man with a boat with a fishing rod to give me here. Let's speak to everyone to make sure that we find it. Ymir, I swear he's always been here. Not to come down here. Is there anything of note? There is not. Okay. Into he knows what he's doing. So Dorothy is definitely making most of that. Speak to this guy.
Yes, I'm finally in Liberl. Where to come? Because his last spot of the ancient dragon was sighted. There's no information where it went after it showed up here, so I want to try and pursue it. That's the best place that comes to me. As soon as we land, I'm going to talk to Lyden and see if he knows anything.
There you go. So everyone's going on holiday. Holiday to Liberl, evidently. Let's speak to some of the guys in here. The world is so full of surprises. They're faster than boats. We did know that already. We're finally back home in Liberl. We should start to think about getting our house to ourselves. What kind of house would you like? Some things. This guy looks like a mini child bandit. Someone's had their wife leave them. Always quite sad. Do I sit down? Is that the idea? What am I meant to be doing here? What am I meant to be doing? I have no idea where my seat is, to be honest. Go around fishing, of all things. Okay. What am I meant to do now? Am I meant to just go... Am I meant to just head to my seat? Is my seat up here? Usually the seat's here, right? What am I missing here, is what I want to know. What am I missing? So, we know about your wife. I'm lost. What am I meant to be doing? I feel like we've gone around and spoke to everyone. Check out my items. I have all my items. What am I meant to do here? What am I meant to be doing? Someone, please, inform me. I have spoken to everyone, have I not? All the troubles happening in Liberl, yep. Because it's the last ancient dragon, yep. What am I meant to do? have I softlocked myself already? What the fuck am I meant to be doing, guys? I literally do not know what the fuck I'm meant to do. Once I find out, I will let you know, and I'll come back to you rather than seeing me aimlessly walking around. I'm not sure what I did, but suddenly I got a passenger announcement.
We'll soon be arriving in Grancel, the terminus liner. We suggest that all passengers return to their seats as soon as possible, as the airships may be unsteady during landing.
There we go. And we're back in the Royal City. Dorothy is following us. We've got a new squire, of course.
So lovely to be back here again. The Republic was a wonderful place too. You can't beat the air here in Liberl.
You won't believe all the stuff that happened half a year ago looking to Grancel now either. It's all completely back to normal. People here sure are strong for what's usually a peaceful country.
Well, it's a country ruled by a queen. Everyone knows women are tough in the face of adversity.
I'm not sure whether you're the perfect example of that or the opposite. You're right about the air, though. It is nice. Nostalgic almost. Makes me feel a little homesick.
Your home's in a trio, right? The place where all the really big churches and stuff?
Nah, I'm actually not from Eritrea. Not many people are. It's pretty darn small, like. Smaller than most states in around the continent. It's where the high seat of the Septine Church is, so lots of pilgrims and clergymen gather there, but few are actually born there.
Really? So where are you from then? Dorothy.
Dorothy!
Oh, Niall. I'm home. Did you miss me?
Did I miss you? Of course I missed you. What in Adia's name were you doing? I sent you to Bose, and how the hell did you end up in Calvard? You're definitely on the westbound liner, I'm sure of it.
I don't really know. Oh, wait, I might actually know.
Go on then, spit it out.
I'm a sleepwalker. After I got on the right airship, I fell asleep and sleepwalked onto the wrong one. Think all this could turn out to be part of your some elaborate murder plot. All of a sudden, I feel like I walked right into a mystery novel.
Sleepwalkers don't change airships, you idiot. I'm all out of breath now.
Are you alright? I really do think you should cut down on your smoking. You're not as young as you used to be, you know. Alright, your 30th birthday was last Friday too, wasn't it? Happy birthday. I brought a cake over in Calvin and had a big celebration for it too.
How is it you can remember useless crap like that and not the things that actually matter? Bet you were just looking for an excuse to eat cake all by yourself, weren't you?
You should have seen it now. It was made with Eastern matcha, and it was like any cake I'd ever seen. The perfect blend of sweetness and bitterness. It was just sublime. It looks and I took lots and lots of cute pictures of it. I'll show you them later.
You brought me pictures of a cake? At least bring back a souvenir.
Man, they always felt like they could go into business as a comedy Joe and actually make money off it. But they're even more of a crack-up now.
Wait a second.
Nice to see you again now. You're looking the same as the same old, though you're not so happy about that.
What are you doing here? Please tell me she didn't go out going to Eritrea and causing trouble there too.
Your wish is my command. We just ran into each other on the airship. By total coincidence, that's all.
Oh good, you had me worried for a minute. I was scared stiff she'd gone and smashed some super expensive stained glass windows in a cathedral there, or who knows what.
I'm sorry for what you have to put up with.
You're too much of a worrywart.
Whose fault do you think that is? Still, good to see you again, Father. What brings you Liberl? Something else happen?
Oh, just a bit of work-related business I gotta take care of. It's not part of any major investigation, so don't get your hopes up, so nothing of interest gonna happen.
Well, I'll be the judge of that. Anyway, where are you staying for the time being? Grancel Cathedral? I have to drop by sometime, when I get a chance.
Go for it.
In the meantime, dragging your butt right back to the office, Dorothy. You're gonna tell us all about what the hell you've been doing these past 2 weeks.
You betcha. I snapped photos of every meal I had while I was over in Calvard, so I'm sure if we develop them, I'll be able to remember everything.
I'm not talking about your gourmet report.
They're a cute couple. Well, seeing those two together really makes it sink in that I'm back here. Think about it, I wonder how all the others are doing. I know Estelle and Joshua are abroad at the moment, but I've got no idea what the others are up to. Is that you, Father Graham? Lieutenant Colonel Sid.
It's good to see you again. I've been pleased that I've been brought well since we last met at the banquet.
Same to you, sir. I kinda did an Irish accent for him, but, fuck me. I'm not sure I can switch, so we'll see. We'll see what his voice ends up being. I gotta say, I wasn't expecting you to be the army representative who came to meet me, though. Figured it'd be Julia.
It may have been, but currently she's out on another mission. So unfortunately, you'll have to make do with me. I haven't put anything better to do, but so I came in her place.
There's no need to be so modest. Little bird told me you're gonna be promoted to full-on colonel soon, aren't you?
I shouldn't be surprised that your people have such good information over me, but I still am. I'm afraid I still feel the position is too much responsibility for as I am. Brigadier General Bright has plenty of work left in him too. I wouldn't want to take any of it from him.
Paul Cassius is still getting work to the bone, huh? Anyway, getting down to business. It's in Grancel Cathedral, right?
That's correct. It's been kept underneath to be more specific. Although I imagine you're already aware of that much. I hear laymen like myself can't enter it without the knight's permission.
Pretty much. It's a special place, you see. I'll fill you in the details when we get there.
Alright then. Well, we may as well head there right away. There's someone I want you to meet in the cathedral.
Who?
Let's just say, someone who's been assisting with this case. They'll be apprising you the details of what we've been dealing with here.
Okay. Is this Bose? No, this is Grancel. Long time no see. The Royal Academy. The main high street. We're getting a little see. We know. We've been here before. It's our third game in this region. Alright, alright.
Ah, there you are.
It's good to see you again, Archbishop. You look really well. And you must be...
I wasn't expecting you to be quite this young. How old are you?
22, but
That's a lot younger than I expected. Are the Grilsritter seriously so short-staffed that they're handing out the most important post to kids? You can't blame me for assuming the 5th Dominion would look a little bit more like a veteran, can you? Your surprise is written all over your face. Someone in your position should have much better poker face than that. So maybe you need to redo your training from scratch. Or were you just acting, I wonder?
How do you...
Professor Russell, please. This isn't here for you to try and pick a fight with him. Please try and be less deliberately provocative.
What?
Hell no!
Hell no. He's here to steal the thing we went through so much effort bringing up. You want me to play nice?
Of course, Tita's mother.
And Connie, don't call me that ever again. I don't want to be addressed in the same way as that old coot.
Of course, ma'am. Wait, Russell? Then you are...
I suppose I should introduce myself. I'm Erika Russell. I'm sure it's not a name you're going to be forgetting anytime soon.
So this must be Tita's mum. Sure didn't expect to run into little Tita's mother here. Heard you and your husband were both living abroad. What's brought you back?
What do you think? After all, we went down here. For as long as I was staying out the country any longer than I had to. Though, with how remote the region we was in, it all over by the time when the word reached us. And had we found out sooner, I'm sure we wouldn't have let that many pull off the crap he did.
Doesn't sound like you're too happy with Professor nowadays, huh?
Talk about an understatement. That whack job is actually took my little girl to that floating city with him. I get that he's soft towards her, but that's no excuse for exposing her to danger.
That's fair.
And if it's bad enough, you let the red-headed scumbag get near her too. That out of cretin isn't fit to be within 50 arg of my darling Tita. Never mind actually getting friendly with her.
So you don't like a god, huh?
Don't speak filthy name in front of me ever again. When I'm finished with him, I wish he had never been born. He might have survived the last onslaught, but we'll see how he fares against an even more powerful unit, won't we?
I get the feeling that this matter we'd better off not prying into.
I thought the same, so I don't think any more about it than you do. Incidentally, Professor Russell, you're more familiar with, is currently vacationing abroad. As much as she has been assisting us with this case, as such, she's been assisting with us in this case in this place.
Oh, I see.
Are you still listening to me?
Of course. Sorry.
Well, whatever.
She's interesting.
This staircase sure is long, though. How much further do we have to go?
Not much far, as I know. Yep, there we go. course, we're in an ancient building, a dead end.
I hope you got a good explanation for this.
I do. This isn't a dead end, but to go any further, I'm gonna have to need you to undertake a ritual of sorts with me.
The world has suddenly took a turn for the strange. This is an example of the church's famous
Jason's out their ass, guys, right? Thaumaturgy. Something like that, yes. Specifically, I would like you to undertake a formal suggestion.
I'm not sure I follow. You want us to promise not to tell anyone what we see here, right?
That's a little extreme, so no. The Colonel is obviously going to need to report what happened here to his superiors, for one thing. All I want you to promise is you won't tell anyone who you aren't certain you can trust. I don't know how to say it, but I just need to think and believe it.
Weird, but alright. That's all you need to do, so be it.
I feel the same way. Should be deliberately repeated in our minds then? You don't even need to do that. I should just completely come naturally to it. Alright, here goes. In the name of she who dwells above, do I hold this consecrated septum. Space golden glow, consciousness silver glow. By your opposing natures, reveal to them the path that leads you to your sacrament. Am I gonna get Sid as like a character? That'd be cool. Big up the Star David, but she's in the house. Anyway.
What? How did that door appear?
Thank you for your assistance. I can see you were true to your word.
I see. So if we said it didn't really mean it, we wouldn't be able to see anything, right?
Yet I can hardly believe what happened. I imagine this uncouth to ask, but how all this... I imagine it would be uncouth to ask how all this works. Yeah, I'll definitely rather you didn't. It'd be a lot to explain. Anyway, come on in. Sick. Primal ground. Okay.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
All these years I had no idea such a place like beneath Grancel Cathedral.
Well, it's not exactly something we publicize. It was built in accordance with the royal agreements between the church and the royal family. But it has one purpose, to suppress the power of ancient artifacts and keep their influence in check.
I see. Its importance to you, Grilsritter, is quite clear then.
I'd assume there are similar places in other than Liberl too. I won't deny it. Anyway, we call this place the Primal Ground.
Now that's a deep name if I ever heard one. Is it the original ground the others were based in Nitria?
Huh?
I'll take that as a yes.
Oh, I'm not concerned in anything. I was just thinking of how much to take over then. We're talking about how much you take after the other Professor Russells is all.
I think you're not to associate me with him. He might trump me a little in the theoretical side of things, but when it comes to the practical side of orbital science, I could beat him in my sleep. And I was the one who designed the fundamental systems of the Capella and the Arcel, you know.
Really? Nice. But I think we're getting off topic here. The fuck is that? This object in question, right?
That's correct. It was pulled up 3 days ago from the area where the Liberl Ark sank. We believe it to be an artifact.
3 days prior, roughly, at the center of Valleria Lake. Where the Liberl Ark sank.
Damn, going down already. Sun going down already. If this spot's turning out to be a bust, we're probably gonna have to call it quits for today. We can only hope.
Professor Russell's certain that there is an area where we should be looking.
Yep, if he says it here, it's here. Unfortunately, as you know, Valleria Lake's about as deep as the lake can get. Depending on how small thing we're gonna be looking for or actually finding it could be a real task and a half.
Is it likely to be small, though? The orbital reading suggests we're dealing with quite a large object, I believe.
Oh, I wouldn't judge its size based off of those. Professor.
Hey there, kiddo. Finished getting us up to the estimated location?
Just about. And I'd be really swell if you knocked up with a kiddo, though. I'm sure it's not the most surprising way to address a married woman, much less one who's already popped out a child.
Sorry, old habits die hard, you know.
Hard to make a switch. I've been calling you that since you're about knee-high.
Well, I'll let you up this time. Back to work. Can I ask for your subordinates to stand down for the time being, Colonel?
Is this the spot, then? Would you be able to calculate exactly what the object is?
Give or take an arc? Yes. Judging by the readings we're trying to pull, up isn't that big either. Probably about 50 wreck, maybe even less.
You serious? Thought we'd be dealing with a real monster, not something the size of the Antoine.
No?
Still, if it does turn out to be an artifact, this could be problematic.
Unfortunately, the church isn't going to want to keep let us keep it, that's for sure. I really cannot stand them. No matter how hard you work, get your hands on something, the second it turns out to be an artifact, they swoop in like it's that goddess-given right to have it. It just ticks me off.
Easy there. We don't know to be sure that this is even an artifact yet.
Regardless, we'll need to pass on the message to subordinates right away. I'll leave the rest to you, Gustav.
You got it. Well, let's see what we're dealing with there, yeah.
My voice is progressively got worse.
Okay, that's the spot. Going ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Beginning the salvage operation.
Also, want to say shout out to Johnny Awesome for being a big influence on the way that I talk through these videos and do the voice background. You're great. Anyway,
that sound just fills me with dread.
does the salvage crane sounds like it's in a poor condition to you?
It's not exactly what I meant. I can't just bring myself to like artifacts, you see. Can't explain how they have the power they do, but they have it. It's not something we can ignore either. As a researcher, I can barely imagine anything more frustrating. Even if we can't help be captivated by them, we're well aware that any attempts to solve their mysteries is pointless.
I see. When you put it that way, I can understand to a degree how you must feel. Half a year has passed since the chaos came to an end, and on the surface we're back to normal. But even now, we still do not know what truly happened here and what it signified.
Yeah, it's not that I was here to see it all happen, of course.
Huh? The crane's reached the bottom of the lake. Gonna attempt to grab the object. Swing and a miss. Moving 30 rail.
There we go.
Yep, we got it. Want me to put it up?
Please do.
The moment of truth, Sid's accents all off the shop here.
Here we go.
A floating ball.
What?
Oh my.
I see. Still looking at it.
Correct. There was orbital readings coming from the artifact when we found it, but not anymore. I'm not sure I do need to spell out the significance of that, do I?
Alright. No, as plain as the day why you decided to stay and wait for me now. If it's an artifact that's lost its power, it's exempt from traditional agreements governing them and doesn't need to be given to church. That it.
You already understand me so well. We can cut right to the chase then.
The orbital readings just disappeared before we handed the artifact over to the cathedral. As it happens, it's going to be looked at after here. The formal procedures to transfer ownership have yet to be completed, making its legal owner unclear. So, if your expert opinion, his voice is all over the place, so I'm so sorry guys. So in your expert opinion, what should be done here? Well, that's a tricky one. I'm assuming Liberl wants to assert ownership of it in this scenario, right? If anything, it's the professor here who wants to do that. The many here accompanying her as a representative of the Royal Army.
The only reason I'm not lying at the bottom of the lake right now is because of ZCF's salvage efforts. I'd say we have every right to keep it personally.
From what I heard, it's completely impossible to analyze an artifact that's no longer active. I don't see how it would be of any use to your research as things stand now. But if you're sure you want it badly...
Oh, absolutely. We're talking about an object found at the site of where a massive flying city used to be. I might have seen it happen, but I know it sounds like everything we thought we knew about the world is more or less proven wrong. You know, by the truth you people in the church have kept it in the past, I don't know, 1,000 years.
1 second, guys.
As for Ouroboros group, then don't make much more sense than you guys. The more I hear about their advances in technology, the less I can work about how it's even possible. I don't know what the truth is of what's really happening here in this land, but I can't stand by and feign disinterest in knowing the answers anymore, and I'm far from alone. So as long as there's the slightest chance the article could shed light on all of what I want to know, I want it.
I think you made your point, Professor. It's not though interrogating him will achieve anything.
True enough. Well, you've heard what I have to say. It's up to you now to tell us what you're going to do. Will you hand over the lump of metal, or won't you?
Well,
The brief hesitation was all it took to spawn a great evil. Huh? Who's she? No way. It crawled from the fields, ran through the hills, and spread disaster in the skies above. An extract from the Book of Ezra refers to Disaster Unleashed. I apologize for my delay in coming, Father Graham. My name is Reese Argent, and I am the squire of the Grilsritter. I look forward to working under you. Oh, I don't think we'll end up having more company. Wait a second. Is something the matter? So, that's how they think they can get me, is it? They can't just bribe me so easily. I'm better than that. Huh? Maybe I underestimated the Grilsritter, but I think I break my will to fight by sending a girl like you my way, do they? I'm not going to go down so easy, because I've got a super weapon of my own. Behold, the most powerful force in the universe.
Isn't that... That's Tita, isn't it?
How cute. Isn't she? Isn't she? Bet you just want to jump in this photo right now and squeeze like a stuffed toy right now, don't you? I should have known the cutie patootie like you would be able to appreciate the same qualities in others.
Odd.
Anyway, know how fit or adorable you may happen to be, you may take me down, but I've got natural immunity. I beg your pardon. I'm afraid I'm not really following. You keep saying someone is cute, but are you referring to me? Who else would I be talking about? You got such an aura of maturity about you, yet your features have an irresistible trace of innocence to them. And then they throw you into a sister's habit to compliment this little cherry on top. It's the most flattening bit I've ever seen. If I didn't have any protective field, I'd be in real danger here. Why you look at me like that? I'm just saying. Might I inquire the identities of the people with you, Father Graham?
Sure. The lady is Professor Erika of the UCF, while the gentleman is Lieutenant Colonel Sid of the Royal Army. Seriously though, Father Graham, really?
Oh, so you're those people who initially discovered the artifact then. Thank you for your cooperation in our work. We will take over looking after it from here on out. That will be all.
Wait
what?
Hold on a minute. We haven't finished deciding what to do with it yet.
Perhaps not, but my intention was to save you the time and effort required to do so by making the correct judgment myself. Whether it has been lost to power or not, that is no ordinary artifact. It is potentially related to the Septarians. I'm surprised you were not human the option of letting an outsider take custody of it.
I mean,
Well, you sure know how to pick a fight. Go on then, what legal basis do you have for taking it from us? The agreements with the church quite clearly say that artifacts that have lost their power are exempt from usual rules. I have no legal basis, but you have no more of one for keeping it. If we are following the agreements to the letter, no one is allowed to assert ownership over an inactive artifact. It belongs to neither you or me. It is simply an abandoned object with no owner whatsoever. So what? So all I got from this is I don't need a reason. It's mine, and that's final? To put it bluntly, yes. Well, if that's how you want to play it. But you are taking this, Kevin Graham. Well, by all means.
Me, I thought I'd been kicked out of this conversation. Well, I can't say I don't want to take it back to our trio with us. But after all the Liberals given us, I feel kind of bad snatching it from them without giving them a valid reason. Both arguments have a degree of merit, but neither is clearly more correct. I'm not sure how you solve this one. Do you know that they're smack dab in the middle of this too, right?
Whoa. My. What is it? Why'd you both look so surprised?
What do you mean, why?
Did you two not hear that? Hear what? What Oh.
An orb.
Whoa. No way! That thing isn't giving off any opal readings anymore. Zero. Zip! Then why is it suddenly active again? I believe it settles our dispute.
It sure does. So the real artifact was inside, huh? Never seen one quite like it. Looks like a box of some kind. A cube, maybe.
Oh.
I'd like to thank you two for your cooperation in recovery of this artifact. In accordance with the pacts of the church, I, Kelvin Graham, will be assuming custody of it from here on out.
you, all who have aided the Septimian Church, deepest appreciation. Intriguing. Indeed intriguing. Well, I thought we were never gonna escape. Erika showed us know when to quit. And I think this is probably a good place to say, if you've enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe. Now I'll see you guys next time on Trails in the Sky, 3rd chapter. Peace.